feel okay today? Did he report that everything felt fine?
Yeah.
Okay. How did he look out there? Did he look a little rusty? Or?
No, he didn't look rusty behind the plate. No, I mean, he's back in action.
Did anybody from earlier on, it seems like you had a lot of guys out there who were kind of fighting for bench jobs, that kind of thing. Did anybody kind of stand out at this point?
Well, I think we're evaluating internally. We'll keep it internal, and we got decisions that we got to make, and then we'll let people know as we do that. Obviously, it's getting to this point in time where we're getting close to having another round-em-up meeting, decide what we're going to do with our personnel. I like the way everybody's gone about their work. I like the way we've been able to move those guys that are fighting for the bench positions around, different defensive positions. So. You watch the game, you grade out the at-bats. It's all not batting average. It's the quality of the at-bats, the pitches they're seeing, the plays they're making or not making in the field, and then you get everybody together and you make your decisions.
How did Lincoln look to you before he went down?
You know, I thought he was battling. A lot of upside-down counts in the first inning. I think he had a four-pitch walk, 3-ball counts on maybe all 3 of the hitters.
Exactly.
And then he was back in sync. He was throwing strikes. You know, I thought he was working to a good spot. So.
He said he was using the changeup too to sort of get him back in the zone. I mean, that has to be encouraging because that's something you guys had asked him to work on.
It is, and it's something that he's continually worked on and put in play, which is becoming a much better pitch for him. And it'll play out even better for some left-handed hitters. They throw a bunch of left-handed hitters at him today. He's got enough fastball that he can beat them with his fastball when he's showing his changeup and when he's mixing it in, keeping it down, and controlling their barrel.
When you bring Garrett Olson into camp, is it difficult to get a good look at a guy this late in camp and decide how he might fit in your plans?
Well, we've got people out that have been watching him pitch for a long time, I'm sure, and then we'll have that internal conversation tonight, tomorrow, on where he might best serve us, what his strengths have shown in the past, what he's been able to do, flexibility. I know he's worked out of the bullpen. I believe, did he have some history of starting early in his career?
Last couple of years, primarily in the bullpen.
Yeah, I thought I'd seen him pitch a little bit in both roles. So we'll have those conversations and see what the best fit for us will be.
Could you speak to Siriaco's transfer on that cut play again, and how quick that was, and just another thing that he's done, he got it out, in and out pretty quick on the relay play.
Yeah, he made another nice relay. He made one in Sarasota the other day. In a big arm. It's just a quick transfer. You know, the ball's in his glove, out of his glove, and it had length to the throw. It gave the catcher, even though it was off the mark, just a little bit, gave the catcher time to regroup and put a play on. It's one of the strengths that Pedro's shown in his career, as you know, his ability to defense the ball, his arm strength. So it was another opportunity for him to show that off.
What went into the flip-flop from the original card to the card at game time with Rodriguez and Pedro?
Just trying to get J-Rod more opportunities at shortstop. It's one of the questions we got to answer. I think we have it answered. We know Pedro can play short. But to see how J-Rod moves around there, try and get him some balls and move him around, give him more opportunity by getting him out there more innings.
Would you still like to ideally have 2 lefties in the bullpen?
You know, I've given up on that. I keep getting asked that question. If we've got 2 lefties that make sense and can do it, yes. But if we don't and it doesn't work that way, it doesn't work that way.
Crowder again, 1, 2, 3. Came over the top, kind of worked the ball down in the zone. Had a couple fly balls, but threw the ball pretty well again.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he's throwing strikes, and when he gets on top of that ball, I mean, that ball's got good sink and it's got good velocity. It's hard to square up. So he continues to hold his own this spring. He's done well.
Veras has been with a number of different teams over the past couple of years. Do you think he can kind of bring some experience as well to the bullpen in addition to that fastball?
Well, that was one of the thoughts we had in play when we acquired him. That he's got some experience. He's pitched towards the back end for some people. He's got major league experience. He's got presence out there. He's got an ability and know-how to pitch. Not just one way. Command has always been the one challenge for him. Today his command was efficient. He had the one walk, but when he's throwing strikes, he's tough to hit, and that's when he's had his success. So we're going to keep stretching him out today for 2 innings, get to throw more of his pitches. It was a good outing for him.
As we near the regular season, will you put any greater importance on wins and losses, or is a spring training game just a spring training game regardless of when it happens?
I think right now we need to make sure we know what our personnel is. We need to make sure that we get the questions answered that we had for ourselves coming in. The last week, as you nail down the starters, as you get that rotation and that's going to go into play in the bullpen, we'll pitch guys out of the bullpen in positions we think we'll use them towards towards the regular season. From that aspect, regular lineup will be out there more often. And there probably will be a heightened awareness of finishing games off at that point in time.
Thanks, Clint.
Thank you.
You're welcome.